Hi there, guys. Um, meant to do this posting way earlier today. I didn't. I got tied up. What happened was I was going to do it around lunch or after lunch because it seems like every post I'm going to have coffee. But it's just the perfect time to do the little post because I'm not doing anything else. I'm just drinking coffee. But I was going to do it today just so you could see showing something different. And then Terry called, and the lady that who owns the hotel where I spent the pandemic, the lockdown anyway, it's the pandemic still going on. But the one that owns the hotel with the lockdown, she's got this restaurant that she opened, and it's really mediocre food. I don't know what to tell her. She's always like, "What'd you think about it? Did you like it?" Now Terry is loaded with advice. He's like, "Here's what you do: add some coconut to this. You need more tables. This is," he's just like. So I guess he's really why she calls him over. But I'm just like, yeah, the food's kind of bland. It's just not exciting, and also there's no tourists, so I don't even know if I'd be open if I was her. But she's trying to make it work, which I understand. But I don't know that there really is an answer right now. If you can do it, the right answer is all over town. Close your doors until there's international travel again, because there's just this place is so overrun with, not this place, like not the whole town, but that area. I can't tell if that's going down. Anyway, that area is the historic district, and of course it's catering to international tourists. Hanoi is usually, there's not a huge amount of tourist stuff to do here, but it's the place people fly into. It's the first stop people make in Vietnam when they're doing a tour. And it is a good first stop. It's a good introduction to Vietnam because it's the capital. You can find just about any kind of food, and just stuff of the whole country is here. So it's a good first stop. Anyway, the point is, the historic district always has a ton of people and a ton of international tourists. And because there's no international travel, not so much right now. I think the rain is over. Anyway, so she's not doing well, and she keeps wanting us to come over and eat at her restaurant. And today he sent me a message that said she moved the restaurant. I was like, oh, okay. So she owns 4 hotels, and she closed the restaurant that she had opened, the new one she had opened. She's got her hotel restaurants, of course, always going. I'm gonna leave that fan on because it's really nice out right now, and I'm gonna leave the windows open. She closed it and moved it over to one of her hotels, which I was like, why didn't you just have it there to begin with? But she basically turned her lobby into the restaurant because the hotel's empty. All the hotels are empty. Hers and everybody else's. And she wanted us to come try it, and they did seem to have a couple of new daily things, so it was good. We had some Hainan chicken, which is good, with some, I forget what kind of sauce it was, Malaysian sauce. She has her cook he's Vietnamese, but he just came back from Singapore. So he had a job there at one of the fancy restaurants. And she wanted us to try it, and it was okay. And the sauce was good. Hainan chicken's not that exciting. I guess I don't know what to tell her because there's nobody out there to market to right now. Local people are not going in the restaurant to eat into that restaurant. They're still eating on the street, with the street barbecue type places, which is not barbecue here, it's club. But anyway, so we went over and did that, and it was really hot, and we came back, and then I went to sleep, and that was most of the day gone because the heat sapped my energy. And then when I woke up, it was raining. But I think it's not raining now. No, I think it stopped. We'll see. Obviously it's going to be on and off. So I don't know if the coffee place is going to actually be going, because they're on the sidewalk. It just stopped raining a few minutes ago. occasionally they put up a little tarp that you can sit under and have your coffee. I like to do that. Or cooler that way. Anyway, that was the day. I don't see how she's making it. She owns 4 hotels, and she must be just hemorrhaging money. She said the hotel that she was in right now, she rents the space, or she rents the building or something. She said it was $7,000 a month, $7,000 US dollars a month. That's a lot, I think. I mean, it's not for a full building in the capital city, but at the same time, she's like, you know, this is a lease I guess she had before COVID. People are not paying that now. She needs to renegotiate her lease, really. But she just opened back up. So what she did was that hotel and the restaurant and everything in it was closed. And then when she closed the small restaurant she just opened and moved it, she opened it back up. So it's kind of newly opened. But she did the smart thing when COVID started and she renovated. So she said she'd been working on that place, renovations in that place. Of course, I'm sure when she did that, she was hoping by fall tourism would be open back up. Who knows when and if that's going to happen. Oh, he's out here. That's good. So, moral of the story is, I woke up, I was like, oh, time to go have some coffee. And I wanted to do my journal. So, again, you're going to watch me drink coffee. I think we got a better view today. Hi. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Coffee. Spin around and yeah, perfect.
Coffee black, low sugar.
That's right. Yes, thank you. I'll let you have the good view while I'm right on my coffee. Oh, kind of fun, isn't it? I like that. I'm going to take this off. There's nobody around me. Nobody breathing on me. What should I do with my mask? Put it in my pocket. I hope this stupid paper mask lasts until it cools off, but I really think we got about another month of hot weather. And then it'll cool off. If I haven't mentioned the weather here, it does get cool in the winter. So that's actually a little reprieve. That'll be nice. It's really humid because it just rained. It's one of those, it just rained now, it's all going back up into the air. I feel like the auto adjust for lighting is not quite what it should be. You probably are noticing that. I should really watch this video when after I post it to see if you're seeing what I'm seeing on the screen here. All I get is blinding light and then everything's dark. Blinding light and then everything's dark. Of course, every little movement causes that to happen. Anyway, my adult classes start every post with well anyway. My adult classes are supposed to start next week, and that's good because I don't really do the online classes with kids too well. I get to do all right in class with them, but the older, every year I get less interesting to them. I just get older and I'm like, entertain yourselves, kids. Which actually for the very small kids, I cannot seem to explain to anyone that that's the right way to go. The funny thing is, well, in China anyway, I don't know. Thank you. In China, the standard caregivers for kids are the grandparents. The parents go off to work, and the grandparents take care of the kids. Now Now the grandparents have, I'm sure I don't have to explain this, but they have a older person's philosophy on child care, which is let the kids entertain themselves. I'll just be here to keep them from running into the street. That's actually the best philosophy for education too, as far as I can tell. Like, you don't want to totally leave them off by themselves, but most American kindergartens and Western kindergartens in general will just let the kids, have most of the day as a playtime. I mean, between feeding them, taking them to the bathroom, and taking them outside, that's pretty much all there is to kindergarten. Oh, that's not trees anymore. No, I guess it was. Wind blows through the trees and it feels like rain. But it's not, because there's no water on the lake. It's just on me. That's alright though. It's cooling and I enjoy it. Anyway, when you get your class time for kindergarten, you're letting them play in their play areas, right? They can do dress up play and play house and all sorts of different things. And that's how kindergarten works. And here they want the kids to, this is China and Vietnam, they want the kids to sit, these little 3 and 4 year olds, sometimes 2. I mean, we've had 2-year-olds come in, and I'm like, stop letting them into the school. They're not old enough to be in school yet. But not only are they bringing them into school, they're trying to sit them in rows and have you not exactly lecture them. Like, as the teacher, you're supposed to stand in front of them, say the words over and over, and then get them to repeat and play games, repeat playing games, and that's fine for a couple of minutes. They want you to do that for like 40 or 50 minutes, and that's a kindergarten class. So, like, kindergartners don't even have classes. You don't break up the day by class. You give them a few minutes to play. You let them do their little PlayStation areas. You know what I mean by PlayStation, not the Sony product, but the little areas and stations that they play in. And maybe once a day you bring them together for no more than 10 minutes to watch a video and sing. Everybody sings together, sing a song. Maybe you can do that a couple of times. But it's just bizarre. Like, I don't get what they think is going on. I don't remember kindergarten being that way. When I was a kid, I visited Mandy a couple of years ago for her school days. I don't remember how many days I did that. A couple, I think. I think I came in for a couple of days. But it's still the same way. It's like, it just doesn't. And when I look online and I'm like, how do you set up a kindergarten or advice on kindergarten structure, blah, blah, blah. Flies from the lake are coming up, getting on my toes. That's why I keep looking down. Yeah, it's the same. Like, I don't even know where they're getting this idea that 3-year-olds are supposed to sit in rows. And what do they think? They're going to take notes? I mean, this doesn't make any sense. Let them play. Give them an environment they can play in. And give them English language words. Games and songs and what have you to play with. And it's just bizarre. It's just bizarre. I don't know why they're doing it. And you cannot seem to convince anybody that this is not the way to teach little tiny kids. Anyway, my point on the old people is, like, the old people seem to know. They know how to take care of kids. They're like, yep, I'm not running after kids. But you're welcome to entertain yourself. Kids have so much energy. You don't have to match them. You don't have to see if you can be as energetic as they are, because you can't. First off, when they do run out of energy, they just pass out. They don't have to plan out their day to make sure or pace themselves to make sure that they've got enough energy for the day, which as adults we do. We have to do that. They don't want to worry about that. So you cannot match them. They have an automatic out. Nor does it make any sense to even try. Like, why? What is the payoff for doing that? They constantly, I only want teachers who are willing to stand up in front of the class and sing and dance like they're doing a Barney the Dinosaur show or something. Sesame Street Live. It's like, no, you don't have to do that. That doesn't make any sense. Kids don't have the attention span for this hour-long class. They are not going to pay attention to you for that long. And you can tell people that over and over again and they don't get it. They just don't seem to. Anyway, so point being, I don't have any desire to be doing kindergarten classes. Not doing it. Not the way they want, anyway. I like the kids. It's fun to play with the kids, but I'm not doing what they want. I never do. That's why they're trying to put me in the adult class, which is good enough. That'll work out, hopefully. All right, I yacked too long. Talk to you tomorrow.